But then we just start. We don't have to wait. Okay. What is up, you fools? It's not Matt, but it's Sean, Fernando and Zach from ESC United, your favourite Eurovision channel. We are here live from Tel Aviv for the second semi-final of this year's Eurovision Song Contest, and we are here to talk Eurovision basically before the show, get you hyped, get you excited. Hopefully people can see us, hopefully this is all working. If you're out there, give us a shout. Okay, so we've actually got something quite interesting here because it looks like there's some Madonna thing on screen.
Yeah, I think they're showing us that.
You will be seeing Madonna on Saturday.
Oh, it's official! But we knew that because we knew that she was doing rehearsals yesterday and the day before. So
yeah, but I guess she officially signed the contract today, and supposedly it's sort of flexible from what some of my friends here said, that they're just trying to get some publishing rights squared away for Performing Like a Prayer.
Yeah,
could be.
But yeah, so that's a good way to start the pre-show, I guess. We've got a little bit of an exclusive, as you can see from the screen, Madonna. So obviously it's a big thing for Israel to have her here. And you can see that obviously there's a lot of people in the press centre. It's getting quite busy, it's getting quite hectic. But we're here. Matt has had to go away to do an interview, I believe, for a little while. So not sure, he should be back at some point during the stream, but we'll see when he gets here. So we're here, hopefully we can add a little bit of pep and excitement to your afternoon, to your evening, wherever you may be. And yeah, let's go. Let's talk Eurovision. So,
let's
what do you think
too.
about tonight, guys?
I think it's going to be the show of the surprises.
Yeah.
And I think there will be some shock qualifiers. And I
mean, we got that on Tuesday already. So.
But this time it's going to be. I think it's going to be a harder one.
Yeah.
And I think that there will be some non-shock qualifiers. I think there will be some
Anyone
surprises.
in particular?
Norway.
You think Norway won't qualify?
Won't qualify.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. I was at the jury.
I
was at the jury rehearsal last night, and Norway and Croatia got really strong applauses.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said they didn't really get Austria, they didn't get Armenia. So, you know, the taste of the people in the audience can be very different from the televoters, but we were talking about how hard it was to predict Semi-1. And I know when I was doing my predictions for Semi-2, which are on the ESC United website, you can follow us on Twitter, see our thoughts. Matt just did a video this morning as well. I just think it was so hard to do. And there was some common ground amongst the five of us, but there was a lot more debate and discussion about who was going to make it and who wasn't.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting evening for sure. I think all of us were scratching our heads about the predictions, trying to work out who would finish where. And as you can see from our predictions, if you go to escunited.com, take a look at our rankings, and as you can tell, we don't really agree on a lot. There's a lot of changes and variance between the team, but I think, eventually we've got a top 10 together between us. So yeah, we'll see how we do as a team. Obviously your predictions are also there as well from the poll that you guys answered. So let's answer a couple of questions. If you do have any questions for us, it's easier for us to see if you put at ESC United. Shows up in big orange letters here so that we can see them. So let's start with Nural Hussein Aliev. I hope I got that right. Who do you think will be a shocking qualifier? So we've already covered shocking non-qualifier.
Moldova.
You think Moldova will qualify?
Yes.
I think Croatia. Personally, I think people have counted them out, but I think Croatia's got a real chance at sneaking in tonight.
You had that as your 10.
Yeah,
correct?
And I mean, you look at the countries that they have in their semi-final as well. Obviously, it does help. So I think that's a nice little boost for them as well.
Well, and then us as a group, I know we were kind of split in the middle, but we had Austria as our 10.
Yeah.
And I know Matt's been very supportive of the hypothesis that the Austrian delegation was going to get a lot of jury support, as they did last year, and it is a very pretty performance. I am on the fence. I kept going back and forth. My 10th through 12th place are so very close, and I can't even remember. I was switching back and forth between the two A's, Austria and Armenia, and I just don't know. I don't even remember what I put at the end, but it's really any game. You know, anyone.
It's a difficult one tonight. I mean, I put Austria, I think, 8th or 9th. In the semi-final,
Yeah,
I think
I should have done the same, 9th or 10th.
It's really a stunning performance, and I think it will come across well on screen. I mean, I think it was the second rehearsal we saw where a couple of the press had obviously only just come to Tel Aviv. They were new to the whole thing, and the part with where the triangles in the ceiling all light up, we heard people actually go, wow.
Yeah.
So it evoked a reaction. I think it'll evoke a reaction with people at home tonight. P. Fukanen says, Zach, who should represent Hawaii in this hypothetical American Song Contest?
So let's remember, I don't think America Vision's really going to happen.
No.
I think it's going to be a very different format from Eurovision if it does happen. It's going to be very similar to America's Got Talent, the Champions, which had acts from all across internationally, including Ksenia Simonova, the sand artist, who's with the Moldovan delegation this year. She finished third, actually, but it'll likely be 10 semifinals, 2 from each. Then they have a finale with 10 hypothetical Hawaiian artists. I mean, it's been about 20 years since I lived in Hawaii, and my connections, my parents still, but I really don't know a lot of the Hawaiian music there. But I remember when I was growing up, there was a group called Naleo, and that stands for something much longer, but I always thought they were a really great trio of women. I could see them kind of going in, but I don't even know if they're performing anymore. I mean, this is, 10 years ago was the last time I saw them in concert when I went home.
And we don't know the format of the contest, so it might be that Hawaii is not even represented as Hawaii. So we've got a super chat. Unfortunately, I'm not good with Cyrillic, so I can't really pronounce that name. Does anyone know?
Yes. Matvey Korablev.
Matvey, yeah? Well, Matvey, thank you so much. Warm hugs from Russia, guys. I've already asked Matt about it. Now I want to know your opinion. Who could be a dark horse today, like San Marino?
Croatia.
I think we've sort of touched on that already. Croatia.
I believe Moldova.
I think Moldova as well has got a chance.
Lithuania, potentially. I mean,
I think Lithuania will do a lot. It'll finish a lot higher than people think. I mean, I saw in our team a lot of us had put it towards the bottom too, but I don't see that happening. I think it'll be a little higher. Whether it'll qualify, I don't know. But
La Moldovi.
let's see what else we've got. I saw someone ask which is the best semi-final out of the two. What do you think?
Second half of semi 2 plus the second half of semi 1.
Yeah, if you could put them as a semi-final, I think that we'd both agree on that. But I think semi-final 1 personally for me was a lot stronger because a lot of my favourites were in that show. I think it was a good show overall, so that's what I'd go for. What do you think?
I think semi-final 2 is much a better show.
Yeah.
I will say I was in the arena last night watching the jury show, and I mean, just right when you get to the higher single digits through the rest of the show, it moves by so quick. It is just such a good song after song after song after song. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of random order or non-random order, but I mean, they really did a good job with the song selections and the progression and flow, and it does flow really nicely.
Also, I really like the intervals, the whole package. Even the hosts' jokes are okay, better than some jokes that we had.
You can't really judge Eurovision hosts based on their jokes though, because they're always terrible.
Well, it's part of their CV.
Yeah, but that's not.
Are you terrible at delivering a joke? Well, welcome to Eurovision.
Petra Mede is fine with it.
Yeah.
You can't. No one
Not
can beat her.
every host is Petra Made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Scarlett Chaplin, Fernando. Why do you think Norway won't qualify?
Simple. This stage is very empty. I feel there's something missing in the song.
Do you not feel there's a lot of energy in the stage?
No, I think it's a Fenwing. I think it's another Verona.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I
Norway
don't see it personally.
it's this year's Verona.
I'm of the opinion that I think Norway will do worse than people expect in the final, but I think it's going to get there, for sure.
Yeah,
I think it will make it to the final. I think it'll be about 16th in the final. I can't see it getting much more than that personally.
I don't know. I mean, this is a very, very hard semi. There's my doctor who said a comment. No, I'm fine. I'm enjoying it. No worries, doctor. I will not come back to you soon.
SKS18, don't you think the sand artist from Moldova is trying to overcast the singer?
You know,
I think that's the idea.
People in the audience are saying that. They're saying, I don't get the song. She's a great singer, but it's all about the sand artist, and I thought this was supposed to be a song contest. And this is very much, again, people in the audience are not in the bubble as we are, but they do look at things very differently.
Yeah.
And maybe the televoters are going to think the same thing.
I think because we get so submersed in the whole thing, sometimes we forget to take a step back and look at how someone coming to this with fresh eyes for the first time, how are they going to view it? I think that's where we get the shock qualifiers, because we don't look at things at face value. So,
I've got that feeling when I interviewed them. The center artist always wants to talk. She wants to be the center of the attraction. That's what she's there for. So, yeah,
and
I
she
think,
approached obviously Anna to do the staging.
and I think that thing will work.
Yeah. Kenny2789, just a comment here. I'm a huge Eurovision fan, watch all of them in my free time, and would love to join this team. You guys are the most professional and give the best coverage. Keep up the good job. Thank you so much, Kenny. We will talk obviously about recruitment and things like that after Eurovision, but if you do have an interest in joining us or helping us out in any way, if you send an email to info@escunited.com, and obviously we'll talk after Eurovision because we're pretty busy right now, unfortunately. So, let's see. Eisenherz says, "How was Haifa? How's for you?"
Haifa was incredible. I got there in the morning, went to the Baha'i Gardens, walked around, got a little lost, had the best falafel I've ever had there.
Really?
At this little hole in the wall, and a woman there said, "Oh, you need to go down the street and have some sweets at the shop." Went there. I mean, everyone's so friendly. I mean, they're really excited to have us here, and they really want to make sure we have a good time. Everyone was willing to help. I know I was trying to order something that was like nana flavored, and I was like banana, and someone just walks up and says, "No, it's mint." And did that. I did Akko also, and it was really cool to go to places that were in the postcards and actually see those parts. The problem was,
Kenny, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenny.
It really means a lot. Yeah.
How did you spell that nickname? Eisenherz.
Eisenherz. Yep.
You see, I can say it.
The problem is,
Eisenherz.
we only have so much time to see this, see the country, and there's still so much more to see. And I think the postcards do an actual great job of really showing off the beauty that is Israel.
I think the nicest part of this country is the south. Elat, Timna Park. Also, maybe if you have time to visit Kibbutz. Kibbutz is a community over here. I think that's the nicest part from Mitzperamon downwards. It's a really nice and peaceful part of the...
So we've got a couple more questions coming through. We'll try and rattle through some of them as quick as we can, really. Lavanda says... Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Lavanda says Semi-1 had an opening act. Does Semi-2 have one? I think it's more of a recap of semi-final 1 and what happened the other night, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Seems to be the trend they're doing. They did that last year, and they did it in Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
Well, Ukraine had a semi-app. Yeah.
CBXO says, how does 2019 hold up to the 2018 production?
Also, they had to do that because now there's an extra 3 minutes because semi-final 1 was 3 minutes short. So they had to.
Yeah.
You forgot to...
Beef it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So CBXO, how does 2019 hold up to the 2018 production, Lisbon? What do you think? Is it better or worse?
I think it's slightly better. I think Israel...
The thing is... on a par, to be honest.
No, because Israel, they welcome you. We feel Eurovision is something important. In Lisbon...
But that's not the production.
Yeah, but also production-wise... But
that's the
for
organisation.
example,
The production is different.
Production-wise, still, because they love Eurovision, they're still delivering much more.
But I would say
in general,
I think Lisbon was there quicker. Obviously, there was issues with the camera work and things in rehearsals here. I think Lisbon was more, dare I say it, professional. I know it sounds harsh, but Lisbon obviously had rehearsals sort of down.
Yeah.
They had countries sorted a lot quicker, I think. But
Portugal.
That's not to say that they haven't pulled it together here. It's just that it's been a bit more of a
Portugal was
procedure.
less stressful for delegation, but you need to see the whole package.
Yeah.
What they're going to deliver in the final night.
Yeah. Well, Nordby Vegan, again, thank you so much.
Thank
That
you.
really means a lot. We really appreciate any super chats that you guys send. So, Moldova and Lithuania will not qualify. Switzerland and Malta might kill each other with its similarities. Norway will qualify, but it is a popular hate object because it is a fan wank. So that's more of a statement.
Yeah. But every country that has big fans and big fandom, there are other people that want to see it fall. And I was having some discussions on the train ride back with my friend, and he said, it's not about having a good song win, it's about having a dynamic song. And you want a song where hopefully 80% of people love it, and then 20% of people hate it. And that's not a bad thing. It's about having the majority of people like the song.
Yeah.
And he said, polarizing, I said, polarizing. And he said, well, polarizing seems negative. It's not a bad thing to say it, but he's like, people take that word polarizing.
But then again, for example, the other night Portugal was polarizing, but unfortunately it must have been in the other direction to what people wanted. I think Switzerland and Malta will both go through though. I think
Yeah.
obviously I get the similarities, but I don't think there's going to be a real issue there. Let's see what else we've got. Vodka Wintali just says hello from Canada, so thank you. Hello Canada.
Hey.
If anyone's from any weird and wonderful parts of the world, Sandra's from Texas in the
Hey.
United States.
Howdy.
Orlando, Florida.
I don't have anything for Orlando.
Yeah. Pauline says, do you think Sweden will flop with the viewers again?
No.
I think that they'll go for it
No.
more this time because the gospel sound, I think I wouldn't say it's a current sound, but I think what Sweden's sound is this year is more popular, I guess.
And John Ludwig is charismatic. You
Yeah.
can feel his happiness to
Yeah, I think
vibes.
people connect with it a lot more than maybe Benjamin did last
Yeah.
year. And not to say, I mean, Benjamin was quite modern last year, but I guess people just didn't connect with it on a more sort of raw level.
You know, and I'll make a case also. I really hate going to Eurovision and seeing backup singers left off the stage. I feel like, you know, that's their
It's good
big
to see
opportunity
them
as
there.
well. And it's
Yeah.
good to see them get the spotlight as well. And you can see the dynamics of having John as backup singers. I remember in 2017, I saw Serbia. Their 4 backup singers were on the side, and I was watching them more than Tahana, no offense. And even like
because they really get into it.
yeah,
don't
they get into it. And
Yeah.
even Ireland, the 2 Irish backup singers, or the 3 of them, were really getting into it. And I was watching Destiny from Malta as well. The man singing backup for Sweden. I mean, I just wish there was a spot on the stage for them that wasn't delegated to a dark corner as we've seen in the
Yeah.
past. 2012 was, in 2011 were countries or years that I remember where you could always see them in the background,
Yeah.
not doing much.
Kiefer Cannon's back saying, Zach, you forgot about Bruno Mars for Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But no big acts.
I
from-
don't think Bruno Mars would
Yeah.
do it, to be honest with you. Let's see what else we've got. TikTok Hamster Wheel says, who's the best singer, John Lundvik or Michael Rice?
Oh,
I'm biased in this, so I'm not going to answer. So what do you guys think?
I'd actually say Michael Rice. I think John Lundvik's more charismatic, but Michael Rice, I think, has a better voice.
I tend to agree with your statements here, but the thing is, John Ludwig, his backing vocals, especially one of them, really touch you. Really, boom, goes straight to your heart. Yeah.
Let's see. Rugi Lay says, where is Madonna? Did you see her rehearsal? I think she only properly arrived in Israel yesterday.
No,
I think
the
she
day
only
before.
came to Expo Tel Aviv for the first time today.
I heard she's in
As far as
North
I'm aware.
Israel right now.
Yeah, so she's not rehearsed yet. We know that she will be here.
Yeah.
And she will be performing at Eurovision. She signed the contract, everything's going ahead, but we've not seen her yet. And to be honest, us mere mortals probably won't be able to see her anyway.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
unless you
what
pay the
happened?
ticket.
I mean, what would happen had she said no? That's kind of the crazy thing. I know she's really beloved here, but I almost feel like she was stuck in a place where there's all these concerns. I think if she had turned down performing at Eurovision, she would have pissed off a lot of her fans
Yeah.
in this country. And she has, you know, she has a high-rise condo here, so
Yeah.
you know, she has some familiarity here, and I don't think she wants to piss off the country. So
No,
I'm glad
exactly.
everything worked out for all of us.
Yeah. Raul says hi from New York City. Caroline says hello from Barbados.
Wow, cool.
Ooh, hello, sunny Barbados.
Tony Rogers is from Idaho in the
Wow.
United States.
Cool. Hello to the Northwest.
Yeah. Russia. Dilek O'Neill says hello from Kosovo.
Hello, Kosovo.
Boise, Idaho.
Boise, yep.
Boise, sorry.
Boise.
Hello from Romania. Yeah.
Idaho's right to the east of Washington State in the northwest
Yeah.
of the United States. So it's about 6 hours east of Seattle. Our Idaho person is going to have to confirm or deny that. I think it's actually more, but 6 felt like a safe bet.
Yeah. Dorkani says, I saw the out-of-body effect in Azerbaijan, and it was so underwhelming. It looked like a student's film CGI. How did the people in the press centre like it so
I
much?
feel like they changed it. I feel like it's a farther shot than the first
Yeah,
time.
and it looks like it's coming out of the audience. So
Yeah, and I don't like it as well as the first time we saw
No.
it. So what you're going to see tonight is going to be different from what we first saw, and I actually honestly prefer the original version. I don't know why they changed
yeah,
that.
the effect, if they're going to go with that, or unless it was a mistake, then the effect that they've gone with, I think they've made it slightly worse because of the camera angle. So, Ellen, thank you so much. That's fantastic.
We really appreciate
have a nice
this.
evening, and thank you for this lovely live stream. Thank you. We really appreciate anyone who supports us, anyone who watches us, likes us, shares us. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cat, dog, fish, any pets. You're in Sweden, so I know that there's a sort of tendency out there to just open the window and scream out into the street. So tell everyone to follow ESC United. Got it.
We also got another one,
from-
Sean Putnam. Good to see you. Thank you
where's
for your
this?
support as well.
Oh no,
There's another one.
We're getting a couple.
Rabadam Tim T says, oh yeah,
From
thank
Norway.
you so much.
Thank
Really
you, Sean.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Norway.
I don't see the other one though.
That is it.
Sean Putnam. Thank you so much.
got David
Greetings,
watching
minions,
things as
Salt
well.
Lake City, Utah. Romans from Azerbaijan. Aussie Rose, hello from Perth in Australia.
Dublin.
Ryan Saylor says, please name Malta. I'm not sure
Hi,
what that
Malta.
means. Yeah, so
Good
hello,
evening,
Malta.
Malta.
Oh.
الليل الطيب.
Ah,
Boise's.
Bella. I remember you. Hey from
Yes.
Sweden. Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Yeah. Hi, Bella.
Even I remember Bella.
Yeah.
How are you, dear? Love you all.
See you. Come back to Eurovision if you're not here.
Oh, we have another
Another
super
one
chat.
from Azerbaijan.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Not be vegan again. Wow. Where does this money keep coming from? Thank you so much. To Zach, putting backing singers off stage is something I do not like. I grew up in the 80s where Norwegian backing singers were iconic. I do not like this progress, and I hope it stops.
I mean, there's kind of that whole criticism about it's a performance now, it's not a song contest. And I feel like, you know, one way we can repair that image is getting all the singers back on stage
Yeah.
to be seen. They can find ways to get them back
Wow,
on
Rabadam
stage.
Timty again. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. With a question this time. Could an act like Lordi ever win again? Well, I'm hopeful that an act like Lordi might win this year.
Yeah.
Personally, but
It was
I
a good
don't see
It was a
it.
good pop song at the end of the day, and it was dynamic. People
And it's
a
got
lot
a
of
key
people loved
change.
it. Oh yeah, it does.
Even though you didn't realise at first, it has got a key change. Talking about Iceland, of course, Hattery. Jaco Lewis Grunewald is from Cape Town in South Africa.
Saw someone from Croatia,
Hello from Croatia, that's Nikola Marashevic. Mirosevic, however you say it. Another Swede. Hello from Tel Aviv. I've heard that's nice this time of year.
Yeah.
Sylvia Marinova says, what prize money do the countries get for qualifying in the top? I have some insider information that Christian Kostov didn't get a single penny for his second place in 2017.
Someone once told me, and you know, with the press, sometimes like what they say I take with a grain of salt, because I feel like sometimes false information's spread out. But someone once told me that Moldova, they have to front a lot of the bill themselves, and if they finish top 10, then the broadcaster will pay
pays.
for it. Have you ever heard of that? Or?
Yeah, I've heard that. It's not necessarily, obviously, prize money, I guess, but it's their own sort of incentive. Kenny, again, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Do you guys take a 3-week vacation to cover Eurovision? Not necessarily 3 weeks, but basically, yeah, we take time out of our jobs. This obviously isn't a full-time job as much as we'd love it to be, but you know, there's only 2 weeks of the year that Eurovision's in town and all of the artists are in the same place. But yeah, so we come here to cover. So yeah, and thank you for the question. Damien de Klerk, hello from Amsterdam. Lucine Hakobian, hi from Armenia. Anthony Bazile from Boston, Massachusetts.
Hey,
Oh,
Boston, wicked
I
awesome.
can't say that.
Jetalina Woods is from Washington, D.C.
Close to me.
Brian Seiler, hi from Malta. JMP, hello from Lapland in Finland.
House Father
We've
Christmas.
got another Romanian. Paulin says Hattery could have been a winner if it still was 100% televoting, and I 100%
I could
agree.
agree with that.
Because I think they could win the televote in the final quite easily. Castro Dean says hi from Albania.
Hello from The
Dilek
Hague.
says, yeah, can you invite Conan to Cam? We would if we knew where he was. Hi from Serbia, hello from The Hague, hello from Rotterdam, hi from Armenia. So we've got real international flavour, I guess, in this chat.
Portland,
From all
Oregon.
over the words.
My aunt and uncle are from Hillsborough.
Yeah, Kosovo, Croatia, Azerbaijan. Lavander's got a question for David, actually. Denmark or Romania?
Both.
If you had to choose. Romania, I
Saying
think he's
Romania.
going for, yeah. Hello from Michigan.
Michigan.
CBXO says, will it be Iceland versus Australia in the final two? What do you think?
So first off, Kay, sorry, I'm a Buckeye. Go Bucks. Ann Arbor sucks, but Michigan's awesome. Sorry, what was the question?
Will it be Iceland against Australia in the final two?
No.
I think there's going to be a lot more countries in the mix fighting for it than that, and I'm curious to see
think it's
what's
gonna
going to
be
be
close,
the.
yeah.
I think it's going to be. We don't know who the winner is, but I feel like we say this every year, but this year I really feel struggling to figure out what's going to be the winner.
Yeah, there's a lot of old people. There's another one from Azerbaijan. Martin's hello from Lithuania. Laura N says A up from Yorkshire, which is obviously in the UK. Slavas from Bulgaria. Branko in Slovenia.
Wow.
Tasia in Barcelona. Eurovision Song Festival in Brussels. Egadius in Lithuania. Jewel U from the Bahamas.
Ooh, the
Ben
Bahamas.
Delabear from Turkey. Bojan from the new North Macedonia.
I'm just so amazed how many people actually watch this from all over.
Yeah.
It's very humbling, I think.
The world is so small, is it?
Yeah.
Coffee from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey.
Antonio from Venezuela is in the chat as well. Jose Rangel from Arkansas.
There's an interesting message.
Hey, I love
Lisa
Little
from
Rock.
Greece. Mexico. Wow,
Yeah.
it truly is international here. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to Tel Aviv.
I
Welcome
really
to
love how
Israel.
many Americans are in here. Are people from the United States?
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many people watched it. Hey, someone from Columbus, Ohio as well. Deborah?
Dorkani, by Saturday you must get Zach to say na 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 at least once. Say
Come
na,
on,
na,
Zach.
na.
I think at the end of the day, Conan Osiris will have said those 3 words more than I had.
Yeah.
Say na na na.
Zara M says, hi from Mexico. I'm currently trying to convert my friends into loving Eurovision. No one here even knows what it is.
Tell them it's American Idol meets Miss Universe.
Viorica from Moldova, Netherlands, Albania. Anna Fernandez, hi from Uruguay.
And Antonio Maria
Yeah, Lee
Borjas.
Fern from Barnsley in the United Kingdom. Good evening from Scotland, Amsterdam. Van, hi from Morocco.
Such a nice place.
Yeah.
I've been there. I loved it. I love
There's an
Marrakesh.
Albanian in Utah. Hello from France. Well, there's a lot of people from all over here. So let's see. Do you think Ireland will finish this semi with 22 points? That's from Sanity Box.
That's very hard to say.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
get some points hopefully from the UK because the UK are voting in this.
Even from Malta,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Diabolic Sun says, you guys show up among the top search results for Eurovision 2019 at the moment. Love from Israel. If that's the case, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's
I'm
really
surprised by that, but yeah, thank you. If that's the case, and if you're here from Google or YouTube or anything like that, welcome to our channel. Hopefully you like what we do. If you do like what we do and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe, make sure you put notifications on. You'll know when we go live, you know when we do a video. Again, this evening we'll be recording our reactions. We'll be recording the press centre reactions. I think our reactions in particular went a little bit viral the other night on Twitter and on YouTube. I saw particularly for one country. So yeah, Mercy MM from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey.
That's in America, obviously, not Georgia. Don says, how's Tel Aviv so far? It's been
great.
fantastic, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent this afternoon at the beach again. It's just
You're not
it's
a
fun.
lobster. You wore sunscreen.
No,
this time.
I actually wore sunscreen, and I think
know.
I've actually gone. Well, I'm still.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of sun.
Yeah, but I was only out for a few hours anyway. It's actually worse on that arm. So let's see. Luncan Doran says, rumour is that Duncan will play naked behind the piano. I'm not too sure. Who else have we got? Paul says, which country do you think was 11th in semi-final 1?
We talked about this. I
Yeah.
think a couple of us said Hungary, a couple of us said Poland, correct?
And I said Finland.
And you said Finland.
Yeah, 'cause
I am
just
Team
have a
Hungary.
feeling that his star
I
power is
said
just-
Poland.
Yeah.
I am Team Hungary.
We'll
Yeah.
find out Saturday night
About
after
that.
the finals.
So Christiana Magnus Dottir, hi from Iceland.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a lot of people from all over here, really. CBXO says, has the arcade hype died down a bit in the arena? Or in
I
the
don't-
press centre, I guess?
I don't think it's really died down. I think it's just a constant. But you know, as the favorite, people are going to want you to lose and their country of choice to win. So this is a natural, path that the top odds favorites have to kind of face.
Yeah.
And I just tell the fans, make sure you're polite, whether it's your country or another country you're rooting for. And just keep it civil, but have some fun with it as
Yeah.
well. This is what Eurovision's all about.
Luke says, is there one thing you can name that you dislike about the press centre or wish that they did better? So, hi.
Hello.
A familiar face is coming to the camera, so
Hello.
I must have been doing a bad job.
Huh?
I must have been doing the bad job.
Horrible.
If you were here. Yeah.
Why?
What's up, you fool?
Yeah.
Did I just spit on you?
Do you know what?
Spit in my eye.
I'm actually
Sorry.
going to carry on. I'm going to boss you about for a bit for this next 15 minutes. Something different.
Go
I'm
ahead,
going to
try.
dictate to you.
Try that.
So
now,
here-
I just wanted to give. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just a quick update. I just had an interview a few minutes ago with the Icelandic team. Those who were in the chat earlier was about that incident yesterday where that one reporter called basically Iceland a freak show and that it's scary stuff and all that stuff, and that went kind of big in Iceland.
Yeah.
There were all these articles, so I just wanted to interview me and just get a little bit more context. They were hoping also if I have a name, but I don't remember. It happened so fast, and all I remember
We
was
heard a
that,
couple names tossed about.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I can search the chat, I guess.
They
But,
said it was a 3-hour, 25-minute mark.
Yes.
Yesterday's dress rehearsal.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first dress rehearsal from
Yeah,
yesterday.
so 3 hours, 25 minutes. Find it there. She's wearing green. You
Yeah.
can see it for yourself.
Kevin X Lad says hi from Thailand.
Hey,
Yonu says hello from North Korea. I'm not sure how accurate that actually is. Noel Stir's got a question for Fernando, if he's paying attention. Who did you enjoy interviewing the most this year? You're a great interviewer. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. All artists were great this year. All of them, all interviews they had that something special. So it's difficult for me to say a particular artist, but I have to admit that the most surprising artist, my opinion,
I
it
know what
was
you're going to say.
Croatia,
Yeah.
Rocco. It was really nice. It was really amazing.
And if you get a
it
chance
was
before
really
the
fun.
show, it was a fantastic interview, so make sure you check it out.
Yes. I also want to just remind everyone that after today's show, we do have a post-show as well.
Yeah.
As soon as basically the results are in, we'll be live, and I'm sure it's going to be equally emotional.
Yeah, and make sure obviously to subscribe, because not only will we be live with the post show, we will also have our actual live, well, not live, but our reactions to what happens on the show.
Yes.
Will be up later this evening. We're not sure at what time. Obviously, it depends on the internet and how quick we can get everything on YouTube. But it seems to be a real hit on Tuesday, and it seems to be every time. People like to watch us for some reason or another. So
Well, it's also kind of because you try not to be like, you try to be yourself,
yeah.
but
I forget that the camera's there, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'm the one who turns
I
it
jumped up
on.
like 3 times in a row.
I didn't even
so-
realize.
Yeah,
you
you
had
weren't
it
even on. I didn't even tell these guys that it was on. So, well, Sean knew, but I guess he
It's
forgot.
2 years in a row.
Well, I had to run over that.
Back, 2 years in a row, yeah.
Yeah,
We
where I
were
was
here, that is
yeah,
true. Because in 2017, he got caught on camera doing the
sarcastic claps. for
sarcastic
certain
slow
countries.
clap. Which country was it?
I won't say, but you can.
Okay,
you can
country.
find it.
Yeah.
When Canada was Canada qualified, he was doing like this.
Yeah. But like the other day, I had to run over there, turn the camera on for the press centre, and then come back here. So it was a little bit of a rush. So I knew you were obviously. Showing
Yeah,
it, but-
it's really crowded here. I'm not sure if you gave the feel of the press center right now. It is once again completely
Yeah.
full. Minus a few
Siolin
chairs.
says, when is the final prediction coming? Obviously, when we've got the lineup of the final, so we won't be able to do anything until after.
Hopefully
today's
tomorrow.
show.
That's
Yeah,
our
so
goal.
tomorrow
First,
night, we're
yeah.
going to try and do
yeah,
it.
we usually wait. We want to at least see a run through and all that and see
Yeah.
how it feels.
Luke says,
but
sorry, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
Okay,
You go.
that's fine. Luke says, is there something you dislike about the press centre?
More
this year?
seats, more screens.
Comfortable seats.
The screens. Zach is that the screen situation is a pain. So we have this one big screen, as you see, I can point this way, and that's it. Basically, I mean, they have a few smaller monitors on the sides, but that's it. This is a long room. They should have had one at the end, maybe one over there, and it would make
And
way
then
more
one in the
sense.
middle,
Well,
yeah.
even I mean, that one is just kind of like a really good angle, uncomfortable. You always have to turn,
So-
and you put your face. So that is definitely one of the things.
Yeah.
As far as the rest is concerned, with the chairs are pretty uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
And,
but we're nearly at the end now, so we don't have to worry. Only a
Well, yeah,
couple
but they
more
was
days.
asking what we didn't like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we needed rain with the screen as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to think what else was. Is there anything else that you guys could think of?
No, you got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Kenny's done another super chat, so thank you so much.
How do you do that? How does that work? Like this?
This looks like a
Okay.
heart on screen.
Yes.
I couldn't-
Love you guys. Can't wait to hear back to join making Eurovision fans proud. Greetings from New York. I always tune into your live stream. It's the best and most professional.
The most
is.
professional.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Really appreciate that.
I did have someone recognize me today. I heard someone say, "Hey, that's Zach from the live stream,"
had-
and I was just like,
I had two
"Whoa."
people. Yeah. I
Yeah?
had two people.
Yeah,
last
it's
night.
weird in a good way.
It's, see.
It is very flattering, but it's still weird. I know.
Been reliably informed.
Oh.
You're Nordby Vegan again. Thank you so much. So I think that's the name of the
Oh,
Israeli
can you write that down?
Can someone write that down? Can you get it? Yeah.
Let me write that down on my phone.
Yeah. So
I'll
let's
try to
see.
find. Actually, I'm going to be then right back. Too many screens. So, because the Icelandic reporter asked me for it,
Yeah.
so I'm going to write it down right now. Can you scroll up one more time?
MA dash.
I think David's got it.
Yeah, David's got it.
David got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw a couple more questions. Let's try and find those. CBXO says, what was the best national final this year? Did
I'll
you
be right
follow
back.
any?
Australia.
Australia.
I thought
I think
Australia
they were
won.
really high quality this year for sure.
Australia, France.
Okay, so I say.
Yeah. So we're going to try and rattle through a couple more of your questions now because we realise time is ticking on. We're about just over 20 minutes away from the live show. So yeah, we'll probably be online for another 10 minutes, and we'll try and answer some of your questions.
I did see some people ask about geo-blocked
yeah.
countries, so I'll say, one of my friends in the U.S. tried the ESC United website, or the Eurovision website, didn't work. He ended up using the Swedish feed on svt.se.
Yeah.
If anyone has any other recommendations for where to go for people in geo-blocked countries, you do have a lot of people from the Americas.
Yeah.
So please help your fellow fans out and help provide links that lets everyone globally watch Eurovision.
TikTok Hamster Wheel says Zach's heart looks like a bottom, so you must have done that or something.
Oh yeah, I started with that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people from all over the world again. Nordby Vegan, thank you so much again for the super chat. We've got the name now, so we really appreciate that. Kevin X Lad says, I have a very uncomfortable question for you. The chairs make back pain.
Yes.
Yes, back pain is Ukraine.
You know, and I said it yesterday. I finally figured out the reference to I have a very uncomfortable question for you. This is how slow I am sometimes. Like, I was like, why are people saying uncomfortable questions? Or
Yeah.
why would they even ask it? And now I just realized it. So, dense as a brick sometimes here.
Yeah. Snoozemum Ricken says, do you think there is room for Austria, North Macedonia and the Netherlands in the final? Is it
Yes.
likely that all of them will qualify?
There is a chance,
I think so.
but I think 2 of the 3 is the most likely.
Yeah.
If I had to make a guess.
I think there's a chance for all 3 for sure. So MeSB says, use the Icelandic TV channel RÚV. It has English commentary on the second channel without a geo-block, and I believe it's just ruv.is, and you'll be able to find it from there.
Thank you.
Let's see. TikTok Hamster Wheel, how do you think On My Way from Australia would have done here? So that's Shepherd's song. I think they would have qualified. Maybe it wouldn't have had as much of an impact as Kate has, just because of the staging
Yeah,
potential.
I think the staging has really maximized the song.
Yeah.
It just fits it so beautifully. And I hope fans of the arena saying, I don't know what happened with Australia, but that was just a complete mess. I hate it. But, it'll be interesting to see. I have found that people live in the audience are usually people who are coming to Eurovision for the novelty or for the first time. I was sitting to a couple of Americans yesterday who knew nothing about Eurovision.
Yeah.
And it was funny because they said, our favorite songs are Switzerland, Malta, and Sweden, which are very much the most American-sounding songs, I would say.
And they didn't like Albania, right?
They just didn't get Albania.
Yeah.
They thought Croatia was a little over the top. But the thing that surprised me, they're like, the Netherlands is kind of boring. And I said, no, it's a lot of people really like it. It's, the heavy favorite to win right now.
Yeah.
They were a bit surprised. But again, this is the difference between us being in the bubble and you all as well. So, if you're Dutch, don't let that really, freak you out. I mean, don't have a stroke. Chill.
Yeah. Sonia says, ciao from Italy. I hope you will be streaming sooner or later from Italy as well. Looking forward to tonight's results. I would love it to go to Italy for Eurovision.
It would just be which country or which city.
Yeah.
Like when we come here, it was pretty much, they
Tel
always.
Aviv was
Yeah,
likely,
and even with Austria and Ukraine, there's always this well, where's it going to be? And I think people are really freaked out because of 2013.
Another one? Oh wow. Oh, Stefan Peerboom, thank you so much. That's
I'll let
incredible.
you do it. Yeah, I think people were really freaked out about it going to Mama in
Yeah.
2013, and now everyone's like, it's open for grab. They'll never go with the obvious favorite, but they have been.
And Matthew Faustini has done a super chat as well. Thank you so much. I think this is more for people in the chat though. Hidden 24
I don't know what
VPN
this
from the
was.
United
I just
Kingdom
did this.
works for me to watch on YouTube. I saw someone in the chat was from Iran, so welcome. Let's see. Tim V says, do you think Armenia will qualify even with her not being able to hit the high note?
There were some weird things in the jury show yesterday that I don't know if they ever fixed it, but Armenia, you could see Serba kind of pointing at her ear like, I can't hear myself, I can't hear myself.
So I thought she'd get to go again.
Yeah.
Hopefully she did after the cameras
And then Sarah from Ireland, I think at one point stopped singing and kind of caught her breath. And then Moldova's, when they were doing the rotating screen LEDs, one of them didn't rotate back, so the rest of the show was open. And most of the people in the audience didn't even know.
Yeah.
They didn't notice, but I did.
Well, maybe they wouldn't realise. So let's see. What else have we got?
Can you?
So what other?
What did I miss? I was doing my journalist stuff.
No, we were just telling them how you were wrong and rude to that poor Israeli journalist. She just wanted to get truthful, factual information.
Yeah, and she got shut down by that rude American journalist.
We're freaks, like you and me.
So if you do have any more questions, we will be online for maybe
5 more minutes or so.
3, 4, 5 minutes. So just make sure to @ESC United. We'll try and go through as many of them as possible in the time we've got
Before
remaining.
I got a question for you, so any
Is
surprise?
it an uncomfortable question?
I got a comfortable question for you.
Okay.
Surprise non-qualifiers. No, actually, let's do it. Surprise qualifiers. There's one that you,
Croatia. Croatia.
So you think it's Croatia?
Yeah. Surprise non-qualifier. Armenia, yeah.
It would be so. Like, here's the thing. I actually put Armenia outside the top 10 prediction,
Going-
not because I don't want them to, but because there's something that feels like people are not responding to.
Yeah,
as well as
and
I
I'm
thought.
so confused by that because I think she has one of the best voices, and it's just something's not connecting.
Yeah. And going purely on the odds, Denmark's in the top 10, so whether that counts or not, I don't think Denmark will qualify. I don't see Romania qualifying either. I think Albania, again, is one that just might not sneak into that top 10. But
Absolutely, can
it's a
easily.
really strong performance, but it's tough. It's a tough semi-final. There's probably about 15 songs that are really in it, I think, really in with a shout.
I said in my video, I think the only two I cannot see qualifying are the bottom two of the betting odds, actually. Ireland and Latvia. Both of them would surprise me if they get. Not that I have anything against them, but it's really just based on, what you think could qualify.
Yeah. And so let's see if we've got any more questions. Oh, there's another super chat. Thank you so much. Kenny2789 again. Wow, bottomless pocket on Kenny. Who will be the San Marino surprise today?
Well, that was similar to what we were talking about. The San Marino surprise could be Moldova.
Yeah.
I do think that I feel bad when I say that because I'm trying to be respectful, because I always try to be, but it really feels like they're trying to cover up the song with distracting us with the staging from the song.
Yeah.
And it aggravates me a little. So I feel like people will fall for it. So, as said, I could
see it going through. I could see it
Yes.
not going through. It's one of those. ESC says, how can we apply to be part of the ESC team next year? I assume that means ESC United. As we've said before, we're not currently looking at recruitment until after Eurovision because, as I'm sure you can imagine, it's very busy here. We have a lot to cover. If you send us an email to info@escunited.com, and I'll put that in the chat as well. Send us an email if you could mark it clearly that it's about joining the team, and obviously we will talk after Eurovision.
Exactly. So just one final reminder, because we're almost out of time here. Be back after the show. We'll put up a link, and we'll make sure that you're going to be there for the post show, because I'm sure there will be a lot of emotions, a lot of angry people, a lot of happy people, because every song has supporters. So there will be a surprise qualifiers, and also then we're going to have the press conference. The press conference will take place in a little while where we're going to draw halves, and as a reminder, 7 of them will be in the first half, and only 3 of them will move on to the second half, because, conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Game Maker Boy says, can I get a shout out? Well, there you go. Here's your shout out.
What's the name again?
Game Maker Boy.
Game Maker.
Game
Maker Boy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's on the Mario Maker too.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. All right. So, any other thoughts from you guys before we close out for the day.
Boyan says, can we see your predictions? If you go to escunited.com, you'll see them on there.
You can also
there's
find the link on Twitter.
Yes, and it's on YouTube video.
Yeah.
So where we talk about it. So
Yeah.
watch it and let us know what you're thinking. Again, I said very clearly, I'm the opposite of confident in my predictions.
Yeah.
Because I was like, usually I feel like a little bit more confident, but it was Zach actually. Zach was like, have you sent them to me yet? I'm like, no, I know, I'm the last one.
Yeah.
So I finally had to send them because you're right, I was slacking. I was just so indecisive. So it was just.
You really do treat it like an art. You really do have. I think you think it through maybe more than all of us, or at least me. I kind of just go with intuition, and
Yeah.
I just tell myself, well, 8 out of 10. That's usually my average, my batting average, and if I can just stick with 8 out of 10, and that's based upon gut instinct, then great.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Renee Bernhardt, that is incredible.
Renee Bernhardt.
Thank you so much. I mean, we've got to do like a double, triple.
3D.
Yeah, so you.
3D?
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, David. Thank you so much. It really means the world to us if anyone sends anything like that. That is unbelievable.
This heart thing has become a thing.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
I
for
bought
that.
this for you.
Oh, wow. This was €50?
That was 50 euros.
Wow, thank you so much.
Meaning it was
Right.
free. But
Right, let's do
we
three
get-
more questions.
Yeah,
Three
can
more
we get
questions.
Kenny's?
I
Go
think,
back?
yeah, we got Kenny.
I really hope Ireland is
Ireland
in.
summary.
Oh, no.
Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Thank you.
Right,
What
three
does
more
it say?
questions.
It really helped Ireland.
So I'm going to go with
Shot
Q.
call.
Gotcha.
What is your most listened to song this year on Spotify?
I don't use Spotify, so I couldn't
Okay,
use it.
on your streaming service of choice.
I don't use a streaming service.
Siren Song.
What's your most listened to song this year, Matt?
I don't know. I don't track that. I use my
What do you
iPhone.
think?
Come
it
on,
is.
intuition. What do you think?
You answer first.
I did. Siren Song. Maroon.
I probably got to say.
Oh, you mean just the Eurovision songs?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's probably Switzerland, to be honest with you, which surprises me. Or Iceland, one of the two, personally.
I want to say Italy.
Really?
Probably Italy for me.
Okay.
Because I can't listen to Netherlands all the time because I get so sad.
M. Furley, what's your opinion on the Slovenian comments about press interviews? So obviously we saw in the press conference where I think it was Gasper was saying like, oh, these boring questions, maybe we want to go home or what have you.
I didn't like it. I'm not hating him on him. Like they're just not really in this moment anyway. All the answers they gave were often like really weird. They just don't. It seems that they're just doing it because it's what they do, but they don't really enjoy the experience. They didn't care if they're qualified or
But
not.
shout out to the Estonian delegation saying we appreciate the press.
Yes.
I mean, I know that the press sometimes have stupid questions, but sometimes it's late at night, and everyone's tired and we're trying to get through, but this is what we're here to do. And it goes back to what I even said yesterday with the Israeli reporter. We have to treat everyone with respect. And that goes to the artists as well. The artists have to treat the press with respect as well.
Yes,
So,
correct.
I think, we just have to do it. Oh, wow.
What happened?
Zibs is watching.
Oh, Zibs are watching.
live.
Wow. Hi, Zibs.
Oh no!
It's good to see you.
Oh my God, Zips from
You're gonna
last
freak
year.
out, aren't
I'm
you?
gonna freak out.
Yeah.
I was such a big fan. You can watch my video. I'm not just saying that. Watch my videos. Zips is in the house. That makes my day. Thank you so much. I forgot. Oh, the interviews and the question that occurred actually was asked for everybody, right? It wasn't just like a point at Slovenia. They asked every single person in the thing, like, what running order would you like? It's the most sophisticated question. Not really.
No.
But I think it's not the worst question I've ever heard either. So it's just like, I would say, don't matter, my song is awesome. It doesn't matter,
And we talked about this also, and we talked about with the Iceland interview. We're all using a language that may not be our first language. Not everyone speaks English as their first language, and maybe there's something lost in translation. And that's what I hope happens with the press asking very simple, slightly awkward questions at time, and well as the responses from the artists. My only advice to everyone involved in Eurovision is just to do some media training and learn how to have points ready to say and learn how to be able to not pop off.
Yeah.
Don't be me on the feed, on the live stream.
Yeah.
So we've
If I
got-
was in there, I would have been screaming, "You're rude."
Yeah. So we got another super chat. It's Kobrazilac, I think is what they're saying. Hi from a Croatian and greetings from forum.hr. Our winner this year was Mahmoud. Let's see if he can repeat the triumph this year. Thank you so much. Really means a lot to us.
Yes.
And there's another one.
Mine.
I don't know how to pronounce that, unfortunately.
I think his name is
thank you
Matt,
so
I
much.
think, yeah.
I was driving home from the train and watching your live stream. At home, I remember I forgot my backpack. The driver put the train to a standstill, and I was able to get it. Conclusion: listening to you is a big pleasure. So,
You know, those kind of
we're
comments
sorry if
is
we
like,
distracted you too much.
yes,
Thank you.
those comments mean the world to me, or us, I should say.
Let's go for one last question.
Yeah, so we have to head out, but again, we'll be back. We just have to get ready for the
Yeah,
show. It's really crowded
let's
in
pick
here.
A good question. Let's see. If there's any good questions, let us know. Okay, we'll go with Craig. What's the biggest robbery for not qualifying in Eurovision history, do you think?
There are too many to just point them out. The biggest, so which one was yours?
Probably a Granka 2013 Montenegro. I think it was top quality.
You know what? There was
Or Bulgaria 2008. Really deserved to qualify as well.
Bulgaria 2008,
Yeah.
Bulgaria, I didn't remember. Oh, DJ Take Me Away?
Yeah.
I feel as the biggest robberies are those that I feel as, were robbed by one party or the other, like even downgraded by the group that should, like Verona, should have qualified because it was pretty popular with the televoters, but the juries went so far down, and that goes also for Montenegro 2013, should have qualified, absolutely.
Okay,
So-
and then just one very last thing.
Lyndon.
ESC, thank you so much. Really means a lot for the super chat.
My fingers are crossed for Panda because
Yeah,
she won me
enjoy
over.
the show. Greetings from Austria.
Okay.
So,
I think we're out of time.
we're out of time.
Yeah, out of time, there's so much to
unfortunately.
start.
Enjoy the show.
We'll be back.
Zibs, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate. I mean, it's always surreal for us to have former artists come and join us. They said they're excited for the show. We are as well. We're
Yeah.
psyched. Good luck to Switzerland, of course. We're really proud to have artists like you being so down to earth and kind to us as well as press. Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy the show. Go get some snacks. Go get some drinks, some beers, whatever you want. We will be back after the show is finished to react to what we've just seen, and obviously make sure to subscribe, put notifications on, and we will see you soon.
That's
So,
right.
Bye.
Bye now.
Enjoy.